What's good, party people? This is According to Woods, and I am not here with David Marquez. I'm here with Adrian. After victory here at Up Next 6, my goodness, what was this fight like to you?
Man, well, first off, I got to correct you because it was not a victory this time. It was a loss.
I feel like the fact that you got into the cage
Was a victory on its
in
own.
itself. Yeah, absolutely.
You're not wrong.
6-week fight camp, something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Correct.
Yeah, sacrificing health and well-being, trying to cut weights and whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't cut weight, obviously. So in my eyes, you won, Dave.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. This. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I was rooting for you the whole time.
I appreciate you.
Hold on.
Yes.
Shake their hand, man.
This happened in
That
real
was a
time.
good
folks.
ass fight, bro.
Yeah,
the
see?
walk outside had us hype, bro. The walk outside had us hype, bro. I fuck with that, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you,
In
sir.
real time. So again, from the dais of people who have trained themselves, you're their favorite fighter. And what does that mean to you?
You know, man, honestly, it's a pleasure to just be able to step in the cage. And I said this in a pre-fight interview. I love this shit. I don't need it. I have a career outside of this. I have a beautiful family. I have a beautiful home that I've worked very diligently with my wife. You know, I love mixed martial arts. This is my passion. This is what fuels me every day. So the fact that I have the opportunity to step in the cage and compete against another human being is literally all it's about.
Yeah, no, 100%. Which I gotta ask, because you've accomplished so much outside of the ring and cage, outside of the training rooms, does that give you a little bit more emphasis? Because most people are using this as a platform to get somewhere. The fact that you have already established a life for yourself and your family, does that give you a little bit more added power because you don't have to do it? It's not reckless abandon.
To a certain degree, yes. I guess I always tell people I have two careers. I have a career outside of mixed martial arts, and then I have a career obviously inside mixed martial arts. And with that being said, it's great to be able to be established outside of the fight game. What people may not understand is that when you decide to take that step and that leap into the fight game, you sacrifice the things that most people don't understand that need to be sacrificed. The time with the wife, the time with the children, missing birthday parties, missing, weddings, missing events. It's a very difficult thing to try and go to a restaurant with your significant other and eat a meal that you want to have as opposed to a meal that you should have based off of what you're trying to accomplish for a 6-week fight camp or a 2-week fight camp or whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of sacrifice that comes with that. So when, as I did today, when you retire, that pressure and that weight comes off your shoulders because you no longer have to worry about, I gotta only eat a salad, right?
Mhm.
I don't want my significant other eating by herself at a restaurant. So it's one of those things that, yeah, it's great, but on the flip side, there's a lot of sacrifice that comes with it, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, that retirement, that usually is almost a scarlet letter in the most literal sense to some fighters. We've seen in recent years a lot of our heroes, they don't know when to hang it up, but you were able to do it on your own terms in a sold out capacity crowd at Up Next 6. So to have all of those, I mean, has it sunk in that's a wrap, that you get to enjoy those meals with the wife?
It hasn't sunk in yet. I was literally telling Marquez right now, I'm like, it's been 3 months since I had a beer. I enjoyed the shit out of that beer, right? But with that said, again, we're talking about sacrifice, right? So a weight has definitely been lifted off. I have a brand new 2-month-old son, and that right there being a sacrifice in itself, in that this was actually the first fight camp, thanks to the state of California, that I did not have to work in my career outside of fighting, and I simply just focused my entirety on training 2 and 3 times a day for this entire fight camp. So it gave me an insight as to what I was missing, as far as what some of the best fighters in the world today have as far as their lifestyle, where there's a reason these guys are so good, because this is all they do is they train twice a day and they have a game plan and they're constantly executing that game plan. When you are in the realm of coming up to make it to those ranks, you're still working a full-time job and you train after work and you wake up early and you go run, and it's all those sacrifices in between that nobody sees. They only see the glory that happens when you either win in the cage or when you lose in the cage. But as you stated so eloquently at the beginning, it's a victory in itself, the fact that you're just there, the fact that you've made it into that cage.
Well, I believe for a legion of fight fans, and I mean people that have shed blood, sweat, and tears with you in the training camps, readying you for fights, all of the glorious fights that you've been a part of. I'd like to thank you personally, as both a fight fan and a professional, for everything that you've done, and I wish you well in the retirement.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, brother.
It's been a pleasure, and hey, we'll catch up again soon.
100%. And for those who want to catch up with you, to see what retirement from fight life is about, where can they find you on the things?
They can find me on the gram at farmer_OD. Shoot a follow. I follow for follow. I'm not one of those bougie ass players that just is looking for followers. At the end of the day, we try to keep this real, right? Because guess what? Instagram is just social media. That shit is not real. People don't post their failures. They post their victories, right? I want to show people the failures that come with life, because guess what? You only grow from your failures. You don't grow from your victories. All right. And with that being said, I want to shout out According to Woods. I appreciate that. David Marquez, if you don't know who he is, check him out. He's the future of the sport. He's coming up. BP Mixed Martial Arts, formerly All In, Tillis Jiu-Jitsu, and Empire Training Grounds. Those are all of my training gyms right there, man. All those guys have sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears for me. If you guys are looking for a place to train, hell, I don't care where you go. Just get out there and be active, man. Get away from the screens and take care of yourselves. I appreciate it.
There you go. From victorious, like I said before, David Duran. This is According to Woods, and we are out.